Before we start the video, I want you to subscribe to the best Telegram channel at the first link in the description, where we show our earnings on cryptocurrencies, and not only. Our capital that we manage is more than $3 million. Here you will find only the most useful. Thanks for subscribing. Also in the description is a links to verified exchanges, when you register on which, you get a welcome bonus from me. Let's get to the video. Urgent Binance scam. Withdraw your money. Champagne House scammed everyone. Reserves are not backed up by anything. Exchanges are blocking the withdrawal of USD stablecoins. CZ could be sent to jail because of money laundering through the exchange. And the BNB coin is plummeting. These were the headlines that began to fly around the internet mass. Various media and forums, Telegram channels are discussing that the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, may soon repeat the sad fate of FTX. Guys, stop. First of all, let's exhale and calm down. After all, such information is better to take only with a cool head. You and I have not yet had time to fully recover from the machinations of Curly Sam. So now we have all this frightening news from Binance, which is increasingly hitting the credibility of the investor. Now the exchange is being accused of a misleading audit of reserves from Mazars. The U.S. Department of Justice is reopening the money laundering case, and people are starting to panic and actively withdraw their money. In fact, literally in 1 week, more than $3 billion were withdrawn from Binance. But is it possible that Binance, which accounts for more than 90% of all crypto turnover in the world, can take and just scam, like the same FTX? After all, you have to realize that if Binance is really a scam, it will be the end of the crypto market. In fact, there were too many coincidences this week when the media amicably started spreading negative rumors against Binance, and it looks more and more like planned revenge from competitors. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what's going on with the most popular exchange. And today you will find out, can Binance scam? Who is behind these provocations? Is it worth withdrawing your money? And what will happen to cryptocurrency? Before you watch, please like the video. After all, in it we have tried to collect the latest news. Thank you in advance to everyone, and we begin. Hello everyone, you are on the Cryptanic channel. I would like to start with the fact that a week ago, in our Telegram channel, we published a post in which we told that Binance shared a report about its reserves and once again proved its reliability. Generally, in our Telegram channel, we publish daily only the most actual events from the world of crypto, on which you can earn. So, pause the video, go down to the description and be sure to subscribe to our Telegram, because there we continue to post news related to Binance, and not only. So, unlike other exchanges, Binance did not just report, it even did an independent audit. For those who don't know, an audit is a kind of procedure where your company is audited by an independent organization which will point the finger where it finds some inconsistencies, financial holes, and so on. In the case of Binance, Mazars conducted such an audit. It counted all of the exchange's money, Bitcoin reserves, and customer accounts, and concluded that Binance's Bitcoin reserve collateral exceeded 100% as of November 22, when the snapshot of total liabilities and reserves was taken. Basically, even before this report was published, Binance users didn't have much concern about the reliability and collateralization of funds, but apparently for nothing. After all, when various financial experts studied this, in quotes, audit, their opinion was not in favor of Binance. The report that Mazars made cannot be called an audit at all. It simply represents an AUP, or so-called agreed-upon procedure. The report itself explicitly states this AUP assignment is not an assurance assignment. Accordingly, we are not expressing an opinion or assurance. Translated into human language, it means that Mazars is not vouching for the financial health of the exchange. Mazars simply checks everything against a pre-agreed set of criteria. That is, CZ has hired this firm, said what exactly should be checked and what results plus or minus should be obtained. But due to the fact that Mazers didn't check Binance from and before me, a lot of information is missing from this countdown. After all, only Bitcoin reserves were taken into account and other cryptocurrency. There was not even a question. Also, the report lacked information about the quality of internal controls and how the Binance system liquidates assets to cover margin loans. In addition, the differences between Bitcoin's general liabilities were noted. Proof of the exchange's reserves show that Binance was 97% secured, excluding assets provided to users through loans or margin accounts, indicating that the ratio of reserves to customer assets 1-to-1 was not. As you can imagine, to do a full audit of a complex company like Binance, you have to completely disassemble the financial system of the exchange and how it works. Not just take the total number of Bitcoins and divide by the amount of client money. That's just not enough. But you know why Binance hasn't decided to do a proper audit from more professional firms. Because it's not necessary. After all, Binance is not a public company like Apple, which has to account for every penny to investors. Binance is private, and just so you understand, it may not have done these reports at all. The publication of its reserves is only necessary so that all investors understand that their money is in safe hands and stop being nervous about any problems. Accordingly, that's why Binance made this pseudo-audit. But unfortunately, more questions arose after it. These rumors that Binance is cheating us all started to spread all over the internet. Because of this, investors, seeing flashbacks from FTX, began to panic and sell their crypto, which caused markets to be in the red earlier this week. Bitcoin, Ether, and of course BNB were all falling. But it is also possible to earn on fall, because participants of subscription managed to earn on fall by means of Ripple coins. Because they received detailed analytics on the 10th and opened short positions, and a couple of days later began to fix their profits. A subscription allows you to get profitable, professional market analysis from Cryptanic analysts every day. And, in honor of future New Year's holidays, there are pleasant discounts for all new participants of the subscription. Therefore, if you do not want to spend extra time on the market analysis and you want to earn, follow the link in the description and start earning today. For such a panic which has concentrated around Binance, one dubious report would not be enough. After all, in addition to concerns about reserves, people have become nervous about criminal lawsuits against Binance. Let's look into that issue as well. This story began on Monday, when Reuters reported that Binance and CZ could face criminal charges in a money laundering case that began back in 2018. Alleged charges being considered in the Reuters report include unlicensed transfer of funds, money laundering conspiracy, and violations of criminal sanctions. But so far, no decision has been made on whether the Justice Department will ever indict Binance and its executives. Binance has already started to deny everything the old-fashioned way on its Twitter. It wrote that Reuters was wrong again and defended its employees. The issue of money laundering through the Binance exchange has been discussed many times, but in the end it did not lead to anything. So now the question is, why try once again to make a big deal out of this and make this unnecessary noise? There is a theory that none other than good old curly-haired Sam is to blame. After all, he was finally arrested in the Bahamas on Monday and is now awaiting his further judgment. And perhaps, I won't claim, all this dirt flying toward Binance's revenge for FTX. Bankman-Fried would obviously be bored to spend his free time alone, which he now has plenty of. So he thought, why not call in an old colleague of his? But the desired effect Curly just did not get. After all, 2 days passed and Binance is still in the market, and CZ himself said that this is a banal psychological attack which will only help the exchange to grow. But nevertheless, this news, together with a suspicious audit from Mazers, managed to provoke a panic, after which investors began to actively withdraw funds from the exchange. The net outflow in the last 24 hours reached almost $2 billion, and in a week, more than 3. This is the same picture we could see when information started to surface that FTX had problems with reserves. And what should you do when your users are actively withdrawing money? That's right, block the withdrawal. So Binance suspended withdrawals to USD. Champagne Zhao explained this by saying that there was active pressure on the system, and all transactions had to go through a bank in New York before getting into the hands of customers. And the exchange encouraged everyone to use other coins, USD or Binance USD. This withdrawal blockage also added fuel to the fire, and fears that Binance would shut down only increase, even though CZ explained the reason for the withdrawal suspension. Additional panic was created by one crypto investor, Michael Alfred, when he posted in his Twitter that you need to withdraw your funds from the exchange immediately, and this is not a joke at all. He explained it by saying that there is growing pressure from sellers, which led to a drop in the price of BNB, which caused it to lose its peg to Binance USD. If you look at the chart, the BNB token is down 5.7% in the last 24 hours, while Binance USD did dip just below $1, but soon returned to the $1 level anyway. Binance USD only sagged because people were actively withdrawing funds. And there is nothing critical when a stablecoin declines by a fraction of a percent of active sales, but not in the case of Terra Luna. But the most interesting thing, you know what, is the utmost calm and optimism from CZ. He wrote in his Twitter that they have seen such active withdrawals before, and it's commonplace for them. And he called it a stress test of withdrawals that should be done on every exchange. Of course, it sounded like another threat, as it was when CZ offered to show his reserves. I guess that's the way CZ learned to react to different situations by playing poker for years. But I don't even know what kind of nerve it takes to talk calmly about how $3 billion went out of the exchange in just 1 week. Also, to my surprise, the market reaction has been as neutral as possible. Only on Tuesday we have seen a small correction, and that's all. And then the market flew up, and on the 13th the CPI was released, which showed that inflation in the USA continued to decline. The hardest hit, of course, was the BNB. It lost over 12% of its value, but even in such conditions, it was able to recover quickly. And we must not forget about TWT, which also fell by 23% in just a few days. But again, thanks to the general mood of the market, its price is beginning to level off gradually. It turns out that people panicked for nothing and there will be no scam. Yes, that's right. Binance is still working and is not going to close yet. Guys, you just have to understand that Binance equals the crypto market. All spot turnover goes through this exchange. If, God forbid, CZ decides to fly away with all that money into space, the crypto market will simply cease to exist. This is certainly a problem. After all, when an entire industry is in the hands of a private company, everything depends only on it. Nevertheless, this is crypto, and we still have to play by those rules. So, there is no need to panic, no need to close your deposits and withdraw money either. In a couple of days, this news will be forgotten. Curly will most likely go to jail, and the crypto market will move on. After all, thank goodness inflation is receding, which means we should close year 22 on a positive note. You can follow all the latest news on our Telegram channel. So, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to check the bell so you don't miss our next videos. Ask all your questions in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye.